So the idea for my comic was to do quite a short one, which gives across a message to the audience. I aim for my comic to be between 6 and 10 frames, because I think that'd be enough to present the message to my chosen audience. I carried out two different questionnaires, and I gave one to children and one to adults, which showed me that younger audiences were more likely to read comics more often. So this is part of the reason why I decided to target my one at the younger audience. Oh, no. Okay. I also carried out secondary research into audiences. The pie chart here shows the age ranges of comic book fans who have stated they are comic book fans on Facebook. From the chart we can see that the largest section is 18 to 21-year-olds, followed by 22 to 25-year-olds, and then under 17-year-olds. These three sections are significantly bigger than the other ones, and they're all more younger audiences, which suggests that they are the biggest comic book fans. My age range would be in the under 17 section. From the pie chart, I can see that a large amount of those who are fans of comics are within my age range. Because my age range is between 5 and 10, I need to ensure that the storyline would be interesting and appropriate for them, whilst still giving across a clear message which they would understand. After analysing my ideas, I decided to base the story around 4 animals, the plot being that 3 of them can jump, which makes the only one who cannot feel left out. However, one day they cannot jump high enough to reach an apple on a tree, but the elephant is able to reach it with his trunk. Something the other animals do not have, the message being everyone is different. These are the characters I've designed for my comic. They're all quite simplistic, but I think that allows my audience to relate them more to other cartoons they would have seen before. And also, they're all quite clear on what kind of animal they are, so they can relate that to real life animals as well. They're all quite solid and one-coloured, which also helps them to stand out. My comic is going to be quite short, but the narrative theory it fits best is the plot diagram, which has an exposition, conflict, rising action, climax, falling action, and then a resolution. I've researched into the production process of comics, and from this I've learned, first of all, you've got to get an idea, so you can brainstorm loads of different ones until you get the one which you think you want to make into a comic. The writer then writes the plot to the story, they then give this to the penciler, who starts to create different images for each section of the story. The penciler's work then goes on to the inker, who goes over the pencil but in ink, which makes it more 3D and and then it goes to the colourist, which colours in all of the inker's work, which helps with shading and brings the characters and backgrounds to life. The letterer then adds all the writing around the images, so like speech bubbles and captions and things like that. The editor then checks it all over for any mistakes and corrects them all. And then the work's printed and published, and then marketed, so people go out and promote it to different audiences, and then all the work's distributed amongst everyone. I've researched into copyright and ensured that none of my work's used by anyone else, So like I've not stolen anyone else's work, and it's all work that I've created myself. The budget I've decided for my comic is £450, which is slightly over, well, it's quite a lot over what my cost actually comes to, but it allows for any additional costs that I may need. So I have to pay for paper, pencils, Photoshop, a computer, and a scanner. And that's it.